My name is Katie, and today I would like to talk to you about motivational interviewing, or MI as it is called. MI is a powerful tool for helping people change behaviours that pose health risks. Helping people make healthier choices, whether it's quitting smoking, managing stress, improving their diet, or exercising, isn't just about giving advice. If that worked, we'd all follow doctor's orders without hesitation. But behaviour change is complex, and simply telling someone what they should do often leads to resistance instead of action. That's where motivational interviewing comes in. Instead of pushing advice or taking an authoritarian stance, MI builds motivation by helping individuals explore their own reasons for change and strengthen their commitment to it. MI is a patient-centered approach that aligns closely with patient-centered care. It respects autonomy. The patient is in control of their decisions. It prioritizes collaboration. The practitioner is a guide, not an authority figure. Uses empathy and active listening. Patients feel heard and understood, and focuses on personal motivation. Rather than telling someone what to do, MI helps them uncover their own reasons for change. Instead of saying, you need to exercise more, an MI approach would be, what's important to you when it comes to your health, leading to a conversation based on patients' values and goals. Because of these principles, MI is widely used in healthcare, counselling, and coaching to support changes in smoking cessation, reducing or quitting smoking, weight management, encouraging healthier eating and lifestyle choices, addiction treatment, supporting recovery and long-term change, chronic illness management, helping patients adhere to treatment plans, mental health support, strengthening motivation for therapy and self-care. One area where MI is particularly valuable is exercise. Many people struggle with motivation, time, or just feeling overwhelmed. Instead of convincing someone to be active, MI helps them find their own reasons for wanting to move. Today, I'll break down how MI works using the spirit of MI, facilitating a non-confrontational approach to guiding a person towards change. 2. The rule, 4 guiding principles to practice MI. ORS, the key MI skills. And 4, stages of change, trans-theoretical model of behaviour, understanding that change happens through incremental processes that people go through as they change a particular behaviour. By using MI, we help people move from I should exercise to I want to exercise, and that makes all the difference. Spirit of MI, a powerful engagement strategy. First, MI isn't about forcing people to change, it's about working with them. It's built on 3 key ideas: collaboration and partnership, non-confrontational therapeutic relationship. We're a guide and a facilitator, not to force or act as an expert on their lives. Evocation, we activate the patient's own reasons for change, goal setting and a change plan of action to help foster a goal-directed approach. This is helpful so the patient does not get stuck in maintaining ambivalence. Change talk is a strategy to help patients and practitioners from getting stuck in maintaining ambivalence. Asking a series of targeted questions to elicit the patient's intentions to change. And an importance ruler is a quick tool that provides a snapshot of the gap between a patient's current situation and their desired outcome. On a scale of 0 to 10, how important is it to you to make a change? 0 being not important at all, 10 being extremely important. Where would you say you sit on this scale? Followed by, why are you at this number and not at 0? What would it take to get you to a higher number? This highlights the discrepancy, and then you can ask them to elaborate on this. Autonomy. People have the right to make their own choices. We can advise and inform them. We all need to acknowledge that the patient's right to not change is there though. It is up to them. Ask the patient for permission before giving advice. Setting goals together and collaborate a change plan. All the while empowering them with you are the expert on you. All this is done through compassion. We genuinely care about their struggles and goals. Example here would be, instead of saying, you just need to work out, it's good for you, the MI approach would use, what would being more active do for you? This shift makes change feel personal and achievable rather than something being imposed. Researchers Miller and Rolnick have found that the use of MI strategies without the spirit of MI is ineffective. Secondly, rule. So how do we keep this approach consistent across practitioners? MI follows rule. R. Resist the writing reflex. Avoid jumping in with solutions or assuming we know the right choices for them. They are the experts on them and we are not. Avoid confrontation, authoritarian stance, and listen to them. We can explore the patient's motivations for change. U. Understand their motivation. Ask what matters to them. Approaching the patient's concerns, values, and interests with curiosity and exploring the patient's own motivations for change. The practitioner will begin to gain a better understanding of the patient's motivations, potential barriers, and build rapport. L. Listen with empathy. Effective listening is a skill and essential to understanding a patient. Rule of thumb is equal parts listening time and talking time. Acknowledge their feelings, their struggles, and their hopes. E. Empower them. Help them build confidence in their ability to change. Explore their own ideas about how they can make changes, drawing in their personal knowledge about their strengths and what has worked for them in the past. And act in ways that demonstrate a belief in their potential for change, reinforcing the patient's strengths and past successes. The practitioner can help the client see that change is possible. Example, a client who feels too tired to exercise. Instead of saying, "You just have to push through it, exercise gives you energy," MI would say, "It sounds like you're exhausted after work, and that makes it tough. What do you think would help you feel more energized?" Notice how this shifts the focus from what they should do to what might work for them. 3. OARS, the tools to guide change. To apply MI effectively, we use 4 core skills called OARS. O. Open-ended questions. Instead of "Do you exercise?" ask "What's your experience with exercise?" A. Affirmations. Reinforce effort. You're already thinking about change, and that's a great start. R. Reflective listening. Show understanding. It sounds like time is a big barrier for you. And S. Summarizing. Tie it together. So you want to be more active, but you're not sure how to fit it in. A short walk after dinner seems doable. An example here could be a client who hates the gym. You should just go anyways, it's good for you. But using OARS, we would reflect it as, what kind of movement actually feels enjoyable for you? With OARS, we open up the conversation instead of shutting it down. Fourthly, the stages of change, meeting them where they are. Now, even when someone wants to exercise, that doesn't mean that they're ready to jump right in. People go through different stages of change, and MI helps us meet them where they are, not push them where we think they should be. MI works differently at each stage. Stages of MI. Pre-contemplation, not thinking about it yet. Spark curiosity, what do you think about exercise? Contemplation, where they're thinking about it now. Explore pros and cons. What's stopping you from starting? Preparation stage, planning to start. They are ready for action. Set small realistic steps. What's one way you could be more active this week? The fourth stage, action. They are doing it. Reinforce this motivation. What's been working well for you? Maintenance, reinforce motivation. What's been working well for you? Help prevent setbacks. What keeps you consistent? And relapse. As a very normal part of learning, renew the processes in the contemplation stage and action stage to help them not get stuck. By exploring both the positives and the challenges, we help them move forward. Instead of saying, "You know you should exercise, right?" Instead say, "What are some things you like about the idea of exercising? And what concerns do you have?" This way, instead of pressuring them to act, we help them work through their own barriers. Once they're ready to take a step forward, MI helps the transition feel natural, not forced. To sum up, MI makes behaviour change personal, flexible, and sustainable by focusing on their own motivation instead of pushing advice, using rule and OARS to build trust and engagement, matching strategies to their stage of change so it feels realistic. Instead of saying you need to work out, MI asks what would make you want to, and that can make all the difference. Thank you for your time.